I just came back from a trip in New Caledonia and I had the best time. You usually think on an island you'd eat lots of seafood, and I did, but there's a lot of deer in New Caledonia, so it is used a lot in cooking. And in New Caledonia, they've got that French influence, so there's a little bit of red wine in this dish, but we are going to serve it with a little bit of papaya in a baguette. I know, it's the best fusion dish. It is so lovely. Venison, here it is here. I've got a beautiful lean fillet. So I'm going to cut this straight down here. I've got around 600 grams of venison here, and we're going to cut this into big cubes because then we're going to thread it on some kebab. So go straight through the centre, then cut in half again, and then again there. So everything is the same size. There we go. Now, we'll just leave that to the side because we need to start reducing some wine, 750 millilitres, and we want to reduce it by half. So this is going to bubble away. It's going to cook off all the alcohol and give us a really nice, rich red wine taste to it. Now for some aromats. I've got some onions and carrot. With the carrot, we're going to cut in 4. Again, this is just going to flavour the marinade. And then I have 2 big onions here. We'll cut into 4 again. And 4 cloves of garlic, gently bruising them to extract some of their flavours. In it goes. And juniper berry, a very classic combination with venison. Juniper berries are actually used in gin, so when you smell it, or even when you bruise it through your fingers just like this, you'll recognise the flavour. Love it. In it goes, along with some peppercorns, so just about 4 each. And for some herbs, a little bit of thyme, a few sprigs of parsley, stalks and all. I've just given them a wash. And now we can add our venison cubes in here. I also add some orange peel, 2 slices. This is going to give it a beautiful flavour. And we want about 1.5 tablespoons of honey in there for some sweetness. So just drizzle that over like this. All we need to do now is just wait for that wine to reduce by half, and then we'll put some cling wrap around this and marinate it for about 1 to 2 hours. Preferably, if you do have some time, leave it overnight. The wine's cooled down completely, it's concentrated, so it's going to do a great job in marinating this meat. We're going to pour it over. Let's cling film this now. And I like to wrap it twice and into the fridge to marinate. This has been marinating for an hour or so, and you can see how much that red wine has already started to stain the meat. And these onions, I've just separated them, and I'm going to cook them with the venison so they'll char on my griddle pan. I've got some skewers here, and I've just let them sit in some water. They can tend to blister on the barbecue, and you can see these big chunks of venison. It's so tender. And we add 1 piece of onion. Venison is one of those things you don't want to overcook. You want it to be nice and pink in the centre. Okay, I think 4 pieces is enough for 1 serve. And I've got a non-stick griddle pan here, so that can go straight on. This cooks for about 5 to 6 minutes all up. So I'm going to continually turn it. We'll also season it with a little bit of salt. All right, let's keep that for later and get the rest of this ready to go. If you can, make your own mayonnaise, but if you want to cut corners, use a good quality whole egg mayonnaise. This is going to be for our crunchy papaya and cabbage salad that'll go into our baguette. 2 tablespoons in here. And just to make this mayonnaise extra special, I'm going to add Dijon mustard, a little bit of vinegar just to give it a little bit of zing, just a touch, and some French shallot. I'll only need half of this. And we're just going to finely chop the French shallot. It's really mild, so I like the flavour of it. We'll give that a quick stir with a whisk. Let's have a look at this venison. Look at that. Beautiful charcoal colour there. This is what it's supposed to look like. Now back onto the salad, a little bit of cabbage, finely grated, and some papaya. This grows like wildfire in New Caledonia. This is a really good tip. Just peel it, and with a sharp knife, just cut some incisions into it, 1 centimetre apart. Then get your peeler, just peel straight down like this, and you'll see that we get 3 peels. So it's not quite chunky, it's really thin pieces like that. That's what we're looking for. So We want about a handful. Wonderful. And I'll get that whisk out. We'll give that a really good mix. This will be the mayonnaise for the baguette and the salad there. Let's finish it off with just a touch of olive oil. Doesn't need much. Pinch of salt, just needs a small amount. And I like a good crack of pepper in there. One more stir, and that's done. It wouldn't be a semi-French dish without a beautiful crunchy baguette. I'm going to just cut the end off just here, and we'll just get enough for one sandwich. Perfect. And I'm going to cut it straight through the centre, but not all the way through, just so we can fill it with our yummy cabbage salad here and the venison. Look at that, that's a good baguette there. We'll fill it with our cabbage and pawpaw, spread it out. I like a lot of it. And some cornichons, so little pickles. You can use any pickles you like. I like the small ones. And then we'll put this on a plate. And I remember when you're on the barbecue, you just take the meat off. You do wait for it to rest a little bit, but I love for it to rest straight into the bread roll. We'll take the skewer out. That's not any sandwich. It's a little bit gourmet. Papaya salad there, lots of mayonnaise, and the best thing about this, red wine venison. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'm gonna get stuck into this huge sandwich.